My name is JC. We're back again with another video for Black Tsunami Production. And I got a request for a lot of people on my social media talking about the crack. I made a brief video about the different mobile controllers that I have, ranging between the G8, the Backbone, and the crack. And a lot of people still interested about the crack. It's been out for a while. They also have a V2 version called the CRKD Nitro Deck Plus. It has a different layout where the thumbstick is above the buttons and the buttons replaced with the thumbstick. And they have a very cool side button on the side for extra functionality, and still have the back buttons on it. I thought about getting that one, but I was like, I really don't have no problem with the regular crack. It's perfect for me, but this is just showing you the capability of this device. And I still have the original packaging. I was surprised, with my kids. I'm surprised they haven't destroyed it yet. But I have the black version of the Nitro Deck. And as we see here, it got a lot of amazing features about it. Most noticeably, that why I chose to get this is the Hall Effect thumbstick. Hall Effect I know a lot of people say that they worried about the stick drift and different stuff like that. With most of my controllers, I do not have experience for stick drift. And I beat on my controllers like crazy, whether it's FPS game, fighting games, or racing games. I put them to the max. I have not experienced stick drift. Anybody who experienced stick drift, you got to be doing something other than just regular playing. You got to be putting some powder, eating chips. You got to be doing something. But for me, with Hall Effect, while I like them, they just feel better and lighter. When it comes to dealing with the regular analogs on controller, I can feel resistance as I'm moving them. Well, Hall Effect is like zero resistance from point A to point B, or in this case, from positive Y to negative Y, if you want to go by that. Remap back buttons, so it comes with two back buttons on there that are remappable. They are great. I can show you that. It does have motion and vibration support. The vibration support isn't, very, it's not HD rumble, but it does give a nice feel to it. It's all very like XC pattern. It has swappable thumbstick. I'm gonna go to show you that when we get to that point. Ultra low latency, and specifically for it is not Bluetooth based. It is powered by USB Type-C. So as soon as it connects to your Nintendo Switch, that's where the power comes from. And it's a very low draw power, so it won't cause the Switch to die quicker. But it does give out a little bit of power to all the functionality that it has. Plus, there's a little light on the Nitro Deck that you'll see coming up, and built for comfortability. Like I said, they do have another version where the thumbstick is different for some people who doesn't like the form factor of having the thumbstick at the bottom due to this round curvature on the controller. But it is comfortable the way it is, and how I use it, I'm fine with it. So once again, we have the Black Edition Nitro Deck, and I did get this day one. Let's open it. I already use this controller, but just for video purposes, we're gonna unbox it like it's brand new. I even packaged it like it was brand new. Is it supposed to be like this? I don't know, but welcome to the crack family. That's weird. Yep, so we move that to the side. Come with your usual books. Yep, so y'all look through that. I'll expect that later. And this is all it comes with. No cable, no nothing. It just comes with a nice little cardboard box, and it comes with a Nitro Deck plastic. So when you pull that off, go ahead and move these to the side. So the Nitro Deck is very grateful. It's very great. It's great. It's a very great controller use, and I'm very grateful for having this when in need for my Nintendo Switch, because this is the only controller I was using outside of using the Pro Controller with the Fixture S1. I can show you what that looks like in a later video, but other than that, this is what I also been using. And once again, on the back, you have your remappable buttons. along with a kickstand. And it's very sturdy. So you have your kickstand, you have your mappable button, and you also have this program button here. We'll talk about that later. You have a reset button if you have any complications with your controller. And you have the, what is that? The input, let me zoom on that. Yeah, so you have the input here, and then you have the output. So the input, when you have the switch inside, is gonna allow you to charge the controller. And the output here for the V1 version, the output is just simply allowing you to use it outside of the switch. So if you want to use it with the switch off and place it down, you can have it connect at the bottom and it'll allow you to play it that way, or the dock. Or if you want to use it via PC, you can use that too using the output method. Now on the newer one, the V2, they did put dock support. So with the output for the switch, if you have the switch inside, if you want to output it as a dock, you can do that too, which is pretty amazing. That's a nice feature to have if you choose to go for the V2. You have this little symbol here, which I originally thought that was the Amiibo feature, but this does not come with the Amiibo functionality. So be wary of that. But if we go to the front, standard buttons that you have, which is the X, Y, BA, and the switch layout style. You have your left thumbstick, right thumbstick, minus, plus. You have your D-pad, which is a very good D-pad. It feels very good. I don't know for fighting, if it's a very good fighting type D-pad. This is not my favorite D-pad to play fighting on. I usually like software membrane with individual buttons that's mechanical instead of a whole D-pad. This is more like an Xbox style D-pad. You have your capture button, and then you have the Quack logo, which is very great. It does work. I think this is also programmable for something. I'm not sure, but I do know that it works powering on the Switch. And they have a light indicator that allows you to know whether it's time to map the button, or if you want to turn the light brightness on and off. I also forgot the swappable thumbstick. So they use a circular method. You can use the ones that have like almost like a rectangle, which is what I use now. So my son lost one of my thumbsticks, and you can see here it's more like a rectangle square. He lost one of my thumbsticks, so I have to use this. This is from a PS5 controller, but it still works. It won't. Okay, I lied. It does pop up, but it still works as long as you ain't just like flickering it off. I kind of work. Yeah, it still works. It gets the job done until I buy more buttons. On their website, they do have swappable thumbstick for sale if you want to look into those, or third party if you want to look on Amazon, you can do that too. So if we put the switch in here, it's very easy. It slides right on, just like so. It's not going to come off. There's a locking mechanism on there. If you do want to take the switch off, you would have to hit this button here. You would press up, you would swap around while holding that, and you would press up on the switch and take it out. I have a screen protector on mine, so I'm not too much worried about smudging or pressing too much down on the screen. And this sticker back here is, you can take it off, but the only flaw about that is if you have a Switch that have a limited edition design on it, like Zelda or Pokemon, and I know some people do like that, they don't want it scratched up. I keep this on for just protection. It really doesn't throttle the Switch or cause heat, because it has vents down here that will absorb heat, because the vents are on the bottom of the Switch and up top too. So it doesn't cause any heat, but it does help protect the back of the Switch. So I keep that there for myself. You still have access to all your ports up here. So you have all access to your headphone jack and the this card here, and you can see I open it just to show that you got enough room. It does have a slit for that, so you're not struggling to open that up and cause any damage. Your buttons, your power button, volume rocker, At the bottom, you don't have any port at the bottom, thank God, because I wish Nintendo would fix that part, having the port at the bottom. But now that it's plugged in by USB Type-C, like I said, the charging input is going to be on the back. So if you want to charge it, you charge it there. So let's turn it on. And it should work out the gate. Yeah, see the light lit up. So it's working as it is. If it doesn't work, you will come over here to settings. Scroll down till you get to controller. And then you're going to make sure that your Pro Controller wire communication is on. I navigated with the controller, but Switch is touchscreen. If you didn't know that by now, then you haven't been using your Switch. But you can just scroll down, you can click on it. It's going to have the same functionality, and it should work out the gate. If it's not working then you will just come back. You will go to the controller, and you will go to Find Controller. And it should work as soon as you press these two. And then once that starts working, then you're good. So there's nothing much to it about this controller. Trust me, it's plain and simple. Like I said, the home button is gonna work just the same. Oh, a little blurred there. Pressing the program button in the back does dim the light. If you feel like the light is annoying you, then you do have the option to turn it off. But it doesn't annoy me like that. You can also hold a program button and hold one of the back button, and it's going to flash, and that'll give you the indicator which button that you want to choose to program. So we do that. So this game works really, really well with this controller. I find myself sitting down playing Pokemon on this controller all the time. Right before I got my G8 Galileo Plus. Ooh, use the carry phase, low down speed. Okay. Look like we having camera work issues. It's not even showing Brax and Caliber. Go get him, Brax. Oh, Tinker Tough. Yeah, Tinker's not really weak ties. If I was a steel type Pokemon, that'd be my problem sometimes. But we can change that. I could have swapped Pokemon just to kill her, but she's only level 52. I'm not too much worried about it. So that's Pokemon. I love this game too. What y'all think the next Pokemon is gonna be? I hope it's not another revision of Shield and Sword. By far the worst Pokemon. But let's move on to the next game. Alright, so this is Gear Club 2 Unlimited. Another fun game to play as far as a racer. About the closest we're gonna get. About the closest we're gonna get to our own version of a Gran Turismo on a Switch. The graphics not too bad. Driving is not bad either. It's gonna work and perform just as well for the processor that we have now. And right now, I'm driving with the R2 button. It does have a nice analog to it. It's not tactile, so it does have a gradual pull. If you want to go from a slower speed to a higher speed, it ain't just straight pull and you go 100%. So that feels very nice to use against this game or any game that's like this as far as a racer. Well, I'm in 6th place. I'm gonna try to see if I get to first. Oh no! My progression. Alright, too much wheel speed on there. Come on, first place. Don't hit me with the 10% speed when you in first place. That's a real thing. Have any of y'all noticed that? That every time somebody's in first place, you're trying to catch them, they get a 10% speed on the straightaway. They just miraculously seem faster than you. But if you get in first place, you just seem to leave everybody else in the game. Alright, guess I have to settle for 2nd place. So that's it. These are my normal games that I play on my Switch using this controller. Great controller. You'll get the most use out of it. Like it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. Like I said, the thumbstick, they do have it swapped on the V2. It's comfortable how it is like this. I'm not crunched up using thumbstick like this. I'm usually using it in this way because of the concave style of the controller. I can rest my thumb here and I don't feel any pressure. It does have a little bit of grip on the back of it versus the Joy-Con that stabs your palm, so it's comfortable. So I'll have both of the links in the description where you can get it from, whether it's the main website of the Nitro Deck Crack or Amazon. Since this is the V1, I have seen sales go on for this with $10 off, $15 off. So be on the lookout for that. But if you do pick yourself up with the V1 instead of the V2, you're going to have the same experience that you have with the V2. The comfortability, the only difference is the button to swap it. You have 2 extra functionality here, and you're missing the deck. Well, you know, the deck functionality with the Switch inside. So if you're comfortable with losing those, this controller is going to be best for you. You're going to love it. Better than the Joy-Cons. If you like the Joy-Cons, you might have to check in the mental facility. But that'll be it for this video. Catch you in the next one.